verse 1 through 8, and I'm going to read from the New Living Translation. One day David asked, "Is anyone in Saul's family still alive? Anyone to whom I can show kindness for Jonathan's sake?" He summoned a man named Ziba, who had been one of Saul's servants. "Are you Ziba?" the king asked. "Yes, sir, I am Ziba." "I am," Ziba replied. The king then asked him, "Is anyone still alive from Saul's family? If so, I want to show God's kindness to them." Ziba replied, "Yes, one of Jonathan's sons is still alive. He is crippled in both feet." "Where is he?" the king asked. "In Lodabar," Ziba told him, "at the home of Micaiah, son of Amiel." So David sent for him and brought him from Micaiah's home. His name was Mephibosheth. He was Jonathan's son and Saul's grandson. When he came to David, he bowed low to the ground in deep respect. David said, "Greetings, Mephibosheth." Mephibosheth replied, "I am your servant." "Don't be afraid," David said. "I intend to show you kindness. Show kindness to you because of my promise to your father Jonathan. I will give you all the property that once belonged to your grandfather Saul, and you will eat here with me at the king's table." Mephibosheth bowed respectfully and exclaimed, "Who is your servant that you should show such kindness to a dead dog like me?" Verse 9, then the king summoned Saul's servant Ziba and said, "I have given your master's grandson and everything that belonged to Saul and his family." Let's talk for a little while today about when God remembered his promise concerning you.
All right.
With a subtopic, stop making excuses. When God remembers his promise concerning you, stop making excuses. First, let's establish this is not a remembering because God forgot anything.
That's right.
This is not the type of remembering we're talking about. But the remembering that we're talking about is a recalling to mind.
Yes.
Oh, my. A recalling, Sister Lily, because it's time. Oh. I know we've been overlooked a long time. The last time you heard about Mephibosheth, he was 5. Now the Bible declares that he got a son. Glory to God. Elder Julian, it's as if he never been a prince's son before. Oh, God. But God is now saying through David to Mephibosheth, it's time.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I'm remembering the promise.
All right.
Oh, God. I remember the covenant I made with your daddy because he looked out for me. So I remember I told him that I will always show kindness. Oh, to his seed. And because I told him I done been to war, I done did a whole lot of things, but for whatever reason, today I'm remembering, is there anybody, Lord help me today, that's remaining of the house of Saul that I want to intentionally get love from heaven. This thing ain't haphazardly.
Right.
He intentionally wants to show kindness to Mephibosheth. He wanted to show him kindness. God intentionally is saying this time now, oh God, to show us some kindness, to remember
Yes.
some things he done told us. Oh, if you go back in your mind, and you go back down memory lane, oh, I know some of the stuff, it might surprise you that God, I do remember you said it.
Yes.
Oh, God. But God said, it's time. I'm recalling some things I've told you all. Don't make excuses. This is my doing.
All right.
Oh, God. It's my timing. Oh, God. Don't push back. Jesus. But embrace. I've already talked to you about it already. Oh, God. Already been in discussion with you about this already. And I brought it to your mind recently.
All right.
Oh, God. So there is no reason to push back. Oh, God. I'm ready to bless you now.
All right.
Regardless if you scared or not, I'm ready to bless you.
All right now.
Now y'all don't let the devil fool you in here and make y'all think I'm only talking to the Julians because of this transition. No. God don't call us all together just to talk for one
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
God don't. We can do that over the phone. But when God starts talking, God is talking to everybody.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
Yes, he is.
And there are some things that God is saying to us today. It's time. It's time. Yeah. It's time. Oh, so regardless of how you feel about yourself, you've been remembered.
All right.
And not only have you been remembered, you've been invited.
All right.
That's good news, Elder Julie.
Yes,
No,
sir.
that's right.
When you can be remembered and it not be a bad remembrance, but you can be remembered, and then when God remembered, he said, listen, I want to invite you to my table. Oh, not for dinner. Lord, help me today. But I want to invite you to sit with me continuous.
All right.
Oh, I don't want to just bless you one time. I don't want you to have talking rights. Name dropping rights. I ate with the Lord last night. No. I want you to sit at the table. I want you to understand that we expect you, oh God, at the table. You're not on the guest list anymore. Oh, you expected to be here.
That's right.
Something is wrong if you're not at the table.
That's
All right.
Oh God. Oh man, this is exciting to me.
Yes.
Yeah, because he said, David said, the scripture said, I want to intentionally.
Yes.
Y'all, I read it. It said, I want to intentionally bless you.
Yes.
I recall today intentionally to bless you.
Yes, Lord.
I don't know where you're at, but is there anybody that know anybody of the house of Saul
All right. All right.
that's still alive that I can show kindness? Y'all, I know the scripture don't spell it out exactly, but I believe God brought this back to David's remembrance. Too much time done went by.
Yes.
Too much time done went by for David to all of a sudden wake up now and he want to remember that I want to bless the house of Saul. Because you all, what we got to understand is it is custom, and not only custom, in that time it was right to destroy everybody of the previous reign.
Yes.
And so I can almost understand why Mephibosheth come and in the place where he's at, and he feel the way he feel about himself when he say, I'm a dead dog. The Bible say he was afraid when David called him. And David had to let him know, oh, no, you're right. I want to bless you.
All right.
Oh, the expectation was, man, I'm going so these others gonna cut my head off.
Amen.
I'm going, today is it. Bye, baby. The king done summoned me. This is what we're accustomed to. Oh, God, help me today, man. I hope y'all get what I'm saying here.
Yes.
We are accustomed to so many times being cut off because of who we are. Lord, help me today.
Thank you, Lord.
Not only who we are, stuff we've done. Y'all, but we serve a good
Oh,
Yes.
God.
a
Yes,
good
God.
Yes.
Father.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
And the good thing about this is he knows Mephibosheth's situation. He know how he feel about himself.
Yes.
He know enough, and he still called him. He still invite him to eat, not to be fixed. Lord help me today. See, a lot of times we think we got to be fixed. And a lot of times we think that when he called me, that he's ready to fix me.
All
No. Nowhere in the scripture where I seen where Mephibosheth get new feet.
Come on.
But he gets to sit
Yes.
at the table continuously.
All right.
Yee.
My God.
God is not ashamed of your problem.
All right.
Oh my. He's still inviting you to the table.
Yes, he
Thank
is.
you, Lord.
Oh God. Man. You still welcome at the table.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh God. And there was a passage in here. Let me get to the scripture. Joel said it like this, 2:25 and 26. It said, and I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten, and the cankerworms and the caterpillars and the pommel worms, my great army which I sent among you. And ye shall eat in plenty. Look at God. And ye shall be satisfied, and praise the Lord, the name of the Lord your God, that has dwelt wondrously with you. And my people shall never be ashamed.
Never be ashamed.
Oh God. Man, in other words, what God is saying, I'm getting ready to recall some of this stuff.
Yes, yes.
I had to flick you at some point to get you back on track. So, because what Joel was saying about I'm going to restore the caterpillars and all of that, what the caterpillars has heating up and all of that, that's because God had to deal with them. Okay? God knew these people. And he restored them. And then what he said, Sister Pat, he said that what I'm going to do, you're going to eat in plenty. Good God from heaven. In other words, I'm going to bless you.
Yes.
And then he said this. He said, and you're going to praise the name of your Lord. Now, you may not like this, but I'm going to tell the truth on us. Some of us, he got to give us our praise back.
All right. All right.
He had to give these people their praise back.
Yes.
Oh, we don't praise them like we used to. We know that circumstances has messed with us to the point that it's almost been a burden to walk out of the house with the intention to come to church. But he said, I'm going to give you your praise back.
All right.
Oh, God. And not only am I going to give you your praise back, I'm going to take the shame away. Oh, God. That's what it said in verse 26. And my people shall never be ashamed. Ooh, the stuff that you've been ashamed about privately and publicly, he said, I'm going to take it away.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh, man, it's good news today.
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to take it away because he remembered me. intentionally,
Yes.
he remembered me.
Yes, yes.
Oh God, he the one sent the blessings after me. Over in Deuteronomy, they talk about they'll overtake.
Overtake. Yes.
He said that they'll overtake. He the one sent them to overtake us. Oh, I know sitting where you're sitting, it don't look like it's true what I'm talking about. But that's why we walk by faith.
Yes.
That's
And
right.
not by sight.
That's right.
And that's why a word of knowledge comes first.
Yes, yes.
To set us up, to get our faith to say,
Right.
God getting ready to do it. Man, you don't know what expectation do for you.
Yes.
See, expectation
Come
will
on.
help pull some stuff in.
Yes, it
See,
will.
if we just keep going around day after day like everything ain't nothing gonna change and everything gonna remain the same, then it's gonna remain the same.
It will.
But man, when you start gathering an expectation,
Yes.
oh God, when you start understanding that He remembered me
Yes,
today.
God. Thank
Oh
you, God.
He don't want me to make any more excuses about the blessings that He has.
All
He
right?
know my
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
He know I'm crippled in
Yes,
both feet.
Lord.
He know I need help in
Yes,
order
yes.
to get to the table.
Yeah.
He know that, man, people know my situation. He know I feel bad about myself.
All right.
Because when I came, the first thing I said is, I'm a dead dog. Oh, God, and He know where I come from. Yeah, He know I come from Lodabar, which means pastureless. Oh, God. Not pastorless, but pastureless. In other words, it's a place where a lot of vegetation don't grow. Oh, God. And in a place where a lot of vegetation don't grow, a lot of other stuff don't grow.
Come on.
Oh, God. Hallelujah. So some of us been in a place where we ain't been growing properly.
Come on.
Oh, God. But He still called me.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you, God.
He calling me out of that place because it's time.
It's time.
Oh, God. He's calling
Yes.
me out of Lodabar only because it's time. Not because I've been good.
Come on.
Not because I did everything right.
Right, right.
See, it's time based on His schedule.
Yes, it is.
Based on His schedule. Now, I can blow it. or I can receive the fullness of it.
Thank you, Lord.
It's on His time. Now, He's saying it's time.
It's time.
I'm remembering you, and don't make no excuses. Don't make no excuses. Receive what I want to do for you.
Yes.
Get over yourself
Come on.
that you don't belong.
Come on.
God.
Help us.
Get over yourself that you don't qualify.
Come on.
Get over yourself, Lord help me today, that you've been dropped.
All right.
Oh God, because some of us in here been dropped. But Mephibosheth was dropped
Yes.
when he was 5 years old, Elder Julie. This is why he's crippled. But Sister Lily, what can make you mad is the people who dropped him, they done moved on. As if
Nothing missing.
they never dropped him. They still dancing. They got their feet.
Still pray.
You hear me, Jay? They got their feet.
Yeah.
They skipping. They jumping. They ain't thought no more about you. They are the ones that were supposed to help you.
Come on.
And God also know that you're still dealing with this mentally, that you dropped me. Now, I don't know if Mephibosheth ever seen them, but some of us in this room, we done seen some of the people that have
Yes,
dropped us.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, we done seen some of them,
Yes, sir.
and it look like they're doing so good,
Yes, it does.
but they dropped us. And they act like they don't remember
Come on.
Amnesia.
that they dropped us.
Uh-huh.
Then they want to exalt us in the Lord. Come on. What's wrong with you? You dropped me.
Yes.
You the reason why he need to give me my praise back. You the one I blame.
Huh.
Today, God said you've been invited. You've not only been remembered, but you've been invited. No, you're not perfect. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
That's right.
Thank you,
That's
God.
right.
Y'all,
Huh.
and going down, for me, going down range and seeing people that love God, that do things different from me, help me. Because if you're not careful, you can become self-righteous. And think that if folks don't do it exactly how you do it, they ain't right. And y'all, when God calls us, he take all of that into account.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He knew, although David had not messed with Bathsheba, he knew he was going to mess with Bathsheba before he called him. But he still called him because it was time. While his daddy was overlooking him, God was saying, these ain't the ones. I want that one. It's intentional.
Yes.
Y'all follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was intentional that, because David knew Jonathan was dead. So he wasn't looking for Jonathan.
Right.
He was looking for one of his seed. God has remembered today. And he's ready. He's ready. You belong at the table. He said, I'm going to remove the shame. Don't worry about what people know. You know, this ain't politics. So don't worry about what people know. Even those that, they can't, even if they wanted to look under the table to see that you're still crippled, they can't, because you're at the king's table, and people ain't just under the king's table. In other words, they won't be able to pull up your past and it matter anymore.
All right.
You know, they pull it up today, you're down today. They pull it up, they pull it next week, you're down. No. You say, I'm ready to remember you. I remember my promise concerning you, and I can't lie to you. And it's time. Don't push back. Embrace it. Y'all, it's like getting saved. You'll never be ready to be saved. You can never be clean enough to come up to the altar and be saved. This is why he said it's by grace that you are saved. Because I can never be ready.
That's
and,
right.
then, and then after I get saved, Sister Linda, he said, all my righteousness. He says, filthy rags. So on my best day, you can put a college of bishops all together on their best day, God still see the whole room is filthy when it compares to him. So I can never get ready to embrace that he's looking for me. He recalled his promise, and now he's ready. He's ready. You thought you was ready
Come
before.
on. Yeah.
But it's different when he's ready.
Come on.
It's different when he recalls
Yes.
the promise. Because some of us have tried to step into the promise before on our own,
Come on.
and it never happened.
That's right.
Some of us even said, the Lord said. And then we had to fall on Deuteronomy that said, okay, when a person said that God said something that don't come to pass, that thing that they said didn't come to pass. Listen, when he recalled and he said you're ready, come on, he's ready. It's a permanent spot for you at his table. In further scriptures in that same chapter, it talks about then he would be treated like the king's son.
Yeah.
Lord help me today. He's being restored as a prince because of a promise.
Yes.
He's not just eating, Sister Lily, at the table. He getting all the land.
Yes, yes.
It's just like he's in office again. He's still crippled. The invitation God is giving us is not to fix us.
All right.
It's to bless us. Man, I hope you can receive that he simply want to bless you
Yes, Lord.
and not fix you. That's what grace and mercy
Yes,
is
yes,
for.
yes, yes.
If I got to be perfect, Julie, we might as well throw this book away. Because there is no need for grace and mercy. The reason I need grace and mercy is because I've been dropped.
Yes.
He's ready. I receive it, God.
Yes. Amen.
I do.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
God, I receive it.
Yes, I
Yes,
do.
Lord.
That you remember, not because of a job in Germany. Because y'all is bigger than a job
Yes,
in
it
Germany.
is.
Yes.
See, a job in Germany is not continuous. That's only 3 to 5 years. But what he's saying is that you'll be here continuous. And I'm going to give you all the stuff that because you was in Lodabar, you did not have. I know a lot of years done passed by. But I owe you. Oh,
Thank you, Lord.
I owe you. See, I know we think that we the only one owe God, that we owe God, but God owes so
Yes.
much. You know why? Because he promised.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Thank you, God.
And when he promised, he got to make good of
Yes,
it.
he
Or
does.
either he become a liar,
God.
and he can't be, and he's not a liar.
No.
He's not a liar. So he owes us. Oh man, it's a good thing to be in debt to God.
Yes, God.
Yeah, because now, and I know some people ride this to the far extreme, but you can't get out of here until God done did his part that he promised.
That he promised.
Because if you met your part,
Yes.
God has to meet
Yes,
his
he does.
part.
Yes, he does.
He has to meet his
He
part.
has to do it.
So I encourage you today, VFCC, that when God remembers his promise concerning you, stop making excuses.
Amen. Pastor.
Just embrace it.
Amen.
He never looked for perfect people. Of all them fellas and ladies that's recorded in the scripture, something was wrong with them.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
We use them as reference to help us live right.
Yes, sir.
But he remembered them, and he's remembering us. We're standing.
Thank you, Lord.